So the final dinner is a culmination of pretty much everything they've learned while they've been at Loyalist. So they've created the dishes, they've gone through the brainstorming process, they've collected the recipes, they've tested the recipes, they've costed them, they've put together a cohesive menu, they've sold the tickets to the dinner, and prepare the food. So it's virtually everything they've learned since they walked through the doors being executed as a group without our support. So I mean, we support them along the way in terms of their learning process, but the day of, we show up, we unlock the doors, and they do their thing. It's always interesting year over year because we always warn them about how translating the 10 or 12 dishes that we do on every test day are going to translate into the 60 pieces that we need to do, 60 portions that we need to do for the final dinner. And you know, it's one thing to create a dish that's 7, 8, 10, 12 moves for 12 people. But then when you multiply that by 60, that's where some of the most, I would say, probably uncomfortable learning happens.
I was a little nervous this morning coming in, but I think we got everything. I'm pretty excited now.
You ready?
Yeah, I'd say we're kind of ahead. Yeah, we're actually doing really good for client. Our one bread is almost ready to make the breadsticks, and we're doing pretty good.
If I'm giving you guys crappy answers, it's just because I'm trying to think of what I'm doing. Like, especially because it's a dinner today. Like, why?
Why what?
Well, I put the orange in thinking that it would like just mix it in the mixer itself, and it doesn't look as good as the other ones did.
So put more.
So I'm gonna have to. I'm running out of purple food coloring.
So don't
I'm
do
gonna
any
take
more
it-
purple. Just
yeah.
push it out, right? Because you've still got orange in here.
Yeah.
I would put a couple of drops and just fold it and then get it in there. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's like.
Oh, so this is part of the problem. This is crazy. It's dried out.
It's just super.
So what I would suggest, why don't you try the other one? Right? Right?
My son came it was his 13th birthday. We did Student for the Day with him, and he absolutely loved it. He wants to work at my truck when he's old enough, and now he's like, got his mindset that when he graduates, he's gonna come for the culinary program here. Yeah, he really likes it, and now like every time he's like at my house, it's just, Mom, can I like cook with you? He just wants to be in the kitchen the whole time. So it's good, it's exciting.
Why don't you squeeze a bunch into there?
There, yeah. It's just gotta once
Yep,
it gets
yep.
going. Sweet. That's actually exactly how I want them. There were
Cool.
2 purple last week, so.
Great.
Sweet. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to Fishtown. NBD,
Don't stress her out more than she's already stressed.
It's no big deal. That's what I said. Didn't you hear me? It's not a big deal. We got this. But that was very smart. Like, because we need those before we need those.
Yeah, we didn't have class till 11 yesterday, so we came in at 8 o'clock and did prep until 11. And then, yeah, just because we knew we were like, we have 3. I'm so used to my one at home, I keep thinking this lifts up. It doesn't lift up, guys.
Keep going. How are you? Good. What's the bread plan? Are you guys building them here?
Yep.
Okay.
These are
Great.
going on like that.
Yep. So as long as you're doing it and I'm not doing it, we're good.
I got it, Chef.
All right.
We're just doing one per table? Is that what
Yeah.
you're doing? Okay, so these are 8s.
A lot of their elements, including the breads, including the palate cleanser, including the dessert itself, are all based on timing. And so, you know, it's going to be a matter of they can get to a certain point with each thing, but then it's going to be a hurry up and wait and then get her done. So it's going to be a dance of timing when we get down to the final minutes and hours.
Woohoo, first one turned out perfect. Yes, it can.
We got so much more to go still.
You got a table.
Just soaks a little bit of water out.
Okay, yeah, take it and run. Don't pop any. Pop any.
It's interesting. I've never had anything like that before. That was fun.
This dish is really about refinement. And we've kind of worked through that a few times during the testing, right? Is that the dough wasn't quite thin enough to give it that elegance that we were looking for. And we worked really hard on thinning out that dough to give it the right fork feel, right? So you touch it with your fork and it just crumbles, but then the curd's got to be firm enough. So it's about those little details within the dish that are going to make a big impact.
So right now I'm just like tempering the eggs so they don't cook. You pour the hot liquid in slow, and it makes it so the eggs don't scramble.
Vicky, you're hot. You're hot, you're hot, you're hot. I was gonna run over, but I'm like, what do I do?
There we go. Sorry. That could have been really bad.
One of these trays so you can get in on. There's a fourth tray.
It's already in there, because remember they were already...
It's already burnt!
They didn't have to go back there, but I gotta put these in there so
Yeah, let's
that
get them cold
they
because
can
you guys
cool.
are next.
Yeah, these ones are, they're getting there. Vicky. Good. There's one.
Have you talked to the people who were to help you?
Not yet. The images are
Okay,
here.
we'll find them.
Some of these are like,
Just piping it so that it fills.
yeah, not too, they don't need like overload. We need to fill them all, so.
Okay. Yeah.
Something.
So like,
Liam, be gentle on that, eh?
you don't. How much do you have?
That's it.
That this is it.
Yes.
Oh no.
Be gentle.
Okay. It's kind of hard, but
I know.
And then it's going on top of that crumble.
egg yolk.
When we look back at the students who walked through the doors 2 years ago as first years, and you know, at that time, if you asked them to write a menu, it was usually you'd get back, you know, chicken parm and Caesar salad, right? Which is, you know, nothing wrong with a good chicken parm and a Caesar salad, but you know, you look at this menu and look at all of the dishes and the level of sophistication and the level of complexity and technique and balance and flow and all of those things. It's immediately evident how far they've come, and it's an amazing benchmark for them to have. And in doing this show, it's a great legacy piece for them to hold on to say, you know, this is how far we came. Right?
Looks great.
The chocolate sorbet is it's very good. The dessert is amazing. The meringues are so light. Amazing. Everything's been delicious. I would eat it all again.
That dessert was really tasty. I think that's what it comes down to, right? Is like when we see all of those things come into play. Our job within this is to take them down to the river and then let them drink, right? Like they can drink for themselves, but it's a matter of eating, trying to get through that pastry the first day with the spoon, remember? And it was like, and then they went, oh, okay, we gotta fix that, right? And then we ate through it, and obviously the curd was kind of runny, and you could see it, right? And try to eat it, and they go, no, that's not gonna work, right? And it's all of those hiccups that that's how we learn how to mess it up 5 different ways. And then when we get to the end, we've got this dainty, delicate little tart that you touch with a fork and it just falls apart. And then you've got the richness of the chocolate to support the sour. And the dish just really came together, and it came a long way. I think potentially seeing the images of it, it doesn't look that different, right? But it's the small details within that we're striving to improve.